You know, people ask me all the time about how I have achieved some of the dreams and the goals that God's put in my heart. And you know, I have to say that one of the tips, one of the clues or keys that has absolutely changed my life is learning how to manage my time. Not only that, but conquering procrastination. I've been talking about this the whole month, about procrastination being a dream thief. What does that mean? It means Satan will use this to steal the dreams that God has put in your heart. He wants to steal your time. He wants to steal your focus, your priorities. He wants you to be distracted and just all over the place, not accomplishing anything significant. That's exactly what he hopes. And you know, I used to live that way years ago, just all over the place, not doing anything majorly productive with my life, but busy. No one could accuse me of not being busy, but I was completely stressed out. Well, I've been talking this whole month about some of the reasons that we procrastinate, the reason we put things off or we don't actually achieve those things that are important to us. And I want to continue with that because there are some things in here that you might identify with. One of them being you could be tackling your most difficult projects or challenging list of to-dos at the wrong time. You know, there's a key here. Your energy plays such an important role in when you go after some of your goals. And when you learn to recognize when you are the most energetic, then you'll learn to tackle your most challenging projects at those times. For example, I discovered, just in learning and studying about time management, I discovered things like energy cycles and how some of us are morning people, some of us are evening people. Well, personally, I'm very much an early morning person, really early morning person. And when I recognized that in myself, then I stopped trying to do things in the evening when I'm starting to sink, I'm starting to come down from the day. So things like I remember years ago, exercise, you know, is very important to me. And so I thought, well, I'll exercise when I get off work. When I get off work around 5 o'clock, I'll go for a walk in the neighborhood. Well, 5 o'clock came around and I would be exhausted from the day. I just wanted to go home. I just wanted to relax. And I couldn't be consistent about it because sometimes you go out to eat with people or there's games for your children or whatever. Well, then I realized I am the most energetic in the morning. So I know it's crazy, but I get up at 4:30 and I like to work out between 5 and 6. But I'm a morning person. That's when I have the most energy. So I began to schedule exercise in the morning. Same with my prayer time. I would try to, you know, spend consistent time with the Lord in the evening, and I would just be falling asleep, getting nowhere in my relationship with God. And then I thought, well, I'm a morning person. Let's do that in the morning too. So I would say, okay, every morning I'm just going to set aside 5-10 minutes to just go and be by myself, talk to the Lord, fellowship with Him, worship Him, confess the Word of God, do different things, sing songs of worship, whatever it is, but be consistent about it. Same with some of my work projects. I'm the most creative and the most energetic in the morning. So that's when I do writing. That's when I prepare messages or study. Well, you have to determine that for yourself. Are you a morning person, late afternoon, evening person? Then start recognizing and honoring those preferences in your life and start scheduling your most difficult or challenging projects around your energy. Another thing is that will stop you from achieving some of your goals is if your space is disorganized. Do you know that a disorganized environment will steal time and energy from your day? Just searching for things like your keys, your cell phone, your shoes, your iPad, can't find anything. You know, I read something that said the Wall Street Journal reported the average executive loses 6 weeks per year just searching for missing information in messy desks. 6 weeks per year. They said that boils down to 1 hour a day just searching for missing information. That's a lot of wasted time, which can also cause you to procrastinate on getting things done. Another thing that has helped me so much in learning how to conquer procrastination and go after those dreams that God has given me to dream is developing what is called a time map. Now, I don't know how to truly explain this to you without you seeing one, and if you want more teaching on this, I highly recommend that you sign up for the Vision 101 program. I dedicated an entire month to teaching you how to get control of your time, how to use a time map. But basically, in a nutshell, a time map is simply a picture of your life. It's just a snapshot of your life from day to day, week to week, month to month. And what you do is you begin scheduling every activity of your life on this time map from the moment you wake up till you go to sleep. And when you do this, when you see, okay, for me, I wake up at 4:30, go to the gym 5 to 6, 6 to 7, I'm getting ready. I'm also spending time with the Lord. You start seeing where you're spending your time and how much time you're devoting to each activity. Then you can begin to see, man, I'm not spending any time with my kids. When am I going to do that? Well, Saturday from 10 to 6, you've got the whole day. Or when am I going to do laundry? What about Sunday night? Everybody's at home, weekend's over. What about Sunday night? You do your laundry. When am I going to pay bills? How about Monday evening? You start looking at this time map and you can begin scheduling things that are important to you and things that you just have to do. I'm telling you, this has been one of the greatest things for me to stay focused and to have peace. Even at work, instead of just stressing out and going, oh my goodness, when am I going to write the article? When am I going to prepare for television? I map it out on my days. There's never a day that I wake up that I don't have the day already planned out. In fact, I always plan my day the night before. Before I even go to bed, I get out my planner and I plan hour by hour what I want to accomplish the next day. That way, when you wake up, you have a plan. And you're not stressed out. You're not worried about when you're going to get things done because it's all planned out. I want to challenge you to do this. And if you feel like you need to take it up another level, you need to kick it up a notch, then sign up for Vision 101 and you can do one of these 21-day challenges to learn how to manage your time. Another reason that we don't get to the things we know we need to do is because we have an unrealistic list of to-dos. Unrealistic list of to-dos. And I used to identify with that, just writing 21 things to do in one day and you only do 7, but the 7 were really good things. But then you're frustrated because you still have all these others left. I was reading this story from one of John Maxwell's book, and he talked about Charles Schwab, who was the president of Bethlehem Steel. He said in the early 20th century, he met with a public relations and management consultant, Ivy Lee, because he wanted to improve his company's productivity. He said, we know what we should be doing. Now, if you can show us a better way of getting it done, I'll listen to you and I'll pay you anything within reason. Listen to this. Lee said he could help him and that it would only take 20 minutes of his time. He handed Schwab a blank sheet of paper and said, write down the 6 most important things you have to do tomorrow. Schwab complied. Now number them in the order of their importance to you and the company. When Schwab had finished, Lee continued, now put that paper in your pocket, and first thing tomorrow morning, take it out and look at item number 1. Don't look at the others, just look at number 1, and start working on it and stay with it until it's completed. Then take item number 2 the same way, then number 3 until you have to quit for the day. He said, don't worry if you finished only 1 or 2 because you'll be working on the most important ones. The others you could not have finished without any other method. And without some kind of system, you'd probably take 10 times as long to finish them and might not even have them in the order of their importance. He said, do this every work day. After you're convinced of the value of this system, have your people try it out. Try it as long as you like and then send me a check for whatever you think the idea is worth. Listen to this. In a few weeks, Schwab sent Lee a check for $25,000 along with a letter saying this is the most profitable lesson we have ever learned. Not long after that, Bethlehem Steel became the largest independent steel producer of its day. So I just shared with you information worth $25,000. List your priorities in order of importance. Make a list of 6 important things to do. Don't make an unrealistic list or you'll feel unproductive. This is the time to conquer procrastination. I'm telling you, you can do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.